Let's clear something up immediately. The law of attraction is not magic. It's not the universe rewarding positive thoughts. And it's not sitting in silence visualizing a perfect life while avoiding everything that's hard. That version of the law of attraction has done more damage to men than good. Because it teaches men to hope instead of to build, to want instead of to become, to wait instead of to act. And life does not reward waiting. What we're talking about today is the law of attraction the way men actually need to understand it. Not as fantasy, not as comfort, but as a cold, accurate system of cause and effect. Used the wrong way, it turns men passive, frustrated, and delusional. Used the right way, it turns you disciplined, grounded, and dangerous. Most men fail with the law of attraction for one fundamental reason. They believe attraction starts with desire. It doesn't. It starts with standards. A man who wants money but lives without structure doesn't attract wealth. He attracts chaos. A man who wants respect but avoids confrontation doesn't attract respect. He attracts invisibility. A man who wants confidence but avoids discomfort doesn't attract confidence. He attracts self-doubt. Not because life is cruel, but because life is precise. Reality responds to what you consistently embody, not what you occasionally wish for. You don't attract what you think about when you're motivated. You attract what your daily habits, behaviors, and tolerances broadcast at all times. That's uncomfortable to hear. But it's also freeing. Because it means the problem isn't the universe, it's alignment. The law of attraction is always working. When your life feels stuck, it's not broken. It's reflecting you accurately. Like attracts like. Your external life mirrors your internal standards. Your body reflects how you treat discipline. Your finances reflect how you treat responsibility. Your relationships reflect how you treat yourself when no one is watching. That's not motivation. That's feedback. And feedback only hurts when you refuse to take responsibility for it. This is why affirmations alone don't work. You can repeat positive statements every morning, but if your actions contradict them, your nervous system rejects the message. Your subconscious doesn't respond to language. It responds to behavior. You can say, "I'm confident" all you want, but if you avoid eye contact, avoid risk, avoid effort, and avoid pressure, your identity is being shaped in the opposite direction. And identity always wins. Here's where men need to completely reframe the law of attraction. It's not about pulling things toward you. It's about removing the friction between who you are right now and the life you say you want. Your goals are not hiding from you. They're not delayed because of bad luck. They're gated. And the gate only opens for men operating at a certain level of discipline, competence, and self-respect. When your actions align with your vision, opportunities stop feeling mysterious. They stop feeling rare. They start feeling obvious. You don't attract discipline. You build it through repetition. You don't manifest respect. You enforce standards, even when it costs you comfort. You don't attract confidence. You earn it through repeated exposure to discomfort, pressure, and uncertainty. This isn't spirituality. This is reality responding to strength. Let's talk about masculine energy, because this is where most men misunderstand attraction completely. Masculine energy is not loud. It's not aggressive. It's not performative. It doesn't chase. It doesn't beg. It doesn't explain itself. Masculine energy is calm, grounded, and self-directed. A man who is centered in himself doesn't need validation from the outside. He doesn't need approval to move forward. He doesn't need permission to take responsibility. He needs purpose. And here's the paradox that changes everything. The harder you chase outcomes, the more you push them away. Because chasing comes from lack. And lack is visible. It leaks into your posture, your tone, your decisions. People feel it before you ever speak. Certainty does the opposite. A man who knows where he's going, even if he doesn't have every detail figured out, moves differently. He speaks with less noise. He reacts less. He chooses more deliberately. And the world responds to that presence. That's attraction. Your focus plays a massive role in shaping this. Whatever you consistently focus on, you train your brain to search for. and your brain will always find evidence to support what you expect. That's not mysticism. That's how perception works. If you focus on obstacles, your mind will collect reasons to hesitate. If you focus on solutions, your mind will collect leverage. If you focus on what you lack, you'll feel behind and rushed. If you focus on growth, you'll feel momentum, even when progress is slow. Men who succeed don't live in a different world. They see the same world through a sharper, more disciplined filter. And that filter is built deliberately. Visualization does matter, but almost everyone uses it wrong. Visualization is not about fantasy, it's about rehearsal. Elite athletes don't visualize standing on podiums. They visualize execution under pressure. Soldiers don't visualize victory. They visualize scenarios, mistakes, and contingencies. High-level men don't visualize applause. They visualize decisions, trade-offs, and responsibility. Because the brain doesn't fully distinguish between vividly imagined experience and real experience. But here's the rule most people ignore. You don't visualize the reward. You visualize the work. You visualize waking up when you don't feel like it. You visualize staying calm when things go wrong. You visualize executing when quitting would feel easier. You visualize choosing discipline over impulse. That's how identity is rewired. And once identity shifts, attraction becomes automatic. Now let's address the part most law of attraction content avoids completely. Action. Action is not optional, not inconsistent action, not motivational bursts. Relentless, aligned, uncomfortable action. The universe does not respond to intention. It responds to proof. Every action you take sends a signal. This is who I am. This is what I tolerate. This is the standard I live by. And over time, reality reorganizes itself around that signal. Not overnight, not magically, but predictably. One of the most misunderstood ideas is letting go. Letting go does not mean giving up. It does not mean lowering your standards. It means detaching emotionally from outcomes. When you cling to results, you operate from fear. Fear tightens you. It clouds judgment. It makes you reactive and impatient. A grounded man does the work, then releases the need to control how fast or how clean the result shows up. That calm detachment is powerful. It communicates confidence without words. It creates space for clarity. It allows better decisions. And confidence is magnetic. At Brotherhood HQ, we don't teach men to escape reality. We teach men to master themselves. The law of attraction, properly understood, is a law of self-leadership. Become the man who keeps his word even when it's inconvenient, who controls his impulses instead of being controlled by them, who takes responsibility instead of making excuses, who builds real, tangible competence, who operates with standards, not moods. And life will meet you at that level. Not because you wished for it, not because the universe favors you, but because reality responds to strength, consistency, and discipline. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Stop trying to attract the life you want. Start becoming the man who can handle it. Because when you change who you are, what you attract has no choice but to change with you. Subscribe to Brotherhood HQ. We're not here to comfort you. We're not here to sell fantasies. We're here to sharpen men. We'll see you in the next one.